What's up everybody, welcome back to Technium Gaming. I'm Technium and today I'm going to give you a mod overview of Just Enough Items. If you haven't heard about JEI, Just Enough Items, it's an item and recipe viewing mod for Minecraft. What it does is let you search through every item in the entire game, including modded items. So if you have a bunch of mods that add items or blocks, it'll let you cycle through them and it'll show you their crafting recipes, what you can craft with them, all kinds of really useful things like that. So to get this mod, you go to curseforge.com/minecraft/mc-mods/JEI, or you can just search Just Enough Items on Google. This should be the first page that shows up. It should exist for every version of Minecraft as long as Forge is updated to it, so if you need 1.18.2, that's available already. Any newer versions should already be there whenever they come out as well. To install it, check out my How to Install Mods with Minecraft Forge video. I'll put a link to that in the description. Then you'll just download it, like so. Then you'll get it from your downloads folder. You will put it into your Forge mods folder, just like I have here. Drag it on over, and then you should be good to go to use the mod. So now let's get into what the mod is, how it works, and show you some examples of what you can do with it. So as long as the mod is installed in the mods folder, you don't have to do anything special to make it work. Just start a new game, or join a game that already exists. Create a new world. And once you're in your new world, all you have to do is open your inventory, and you'll see on the right side here all the blocks that exist in your game. So these blocks and items on the right here, you can scroll through them all the way to the last page, and that'll show every item and block that exists in your game. But that's obviously not very practical for finding what you're looking for. So this box in the bottom right here is a search box, so you can type in anything you want. So let's try stairs. So that'll show every type of stairs that exists. Now, if we want to learn how to craft them, all we have to do is left click on it, and this window here will show crafting, and then the materials required to make that. And then if you need to find out how to make the materials that it shows, you can just click on those materials all the way to the base material. And then up here, if it can be crafted in another way, so for example, you can craft this with a crafting table, but you can also craft it with a stone cutter. So you can just click on the stone cutter and it'll show you the alternative way to craft the stairs. And it'll show any other things that you can use to craft these blocks. Depending on the block, it will have different things. Some things can only be crafted with a crafting table. Other things can be created like this, or with a smelter, or with a stone cutter, etc. If you have mods installed, you can type @ and then the mod's name. I don't have any mods installed, but you can type in @Minecraft, and it will only show you the vanilla things. But if you had like immersive engineering, you could type in @immersive, and then it would only show items and blocks from that mod. If you click on the wrench here, it will tell you that you need to install the configured mod to access the in-game config, which right now I don't have installed. So let's get that real quick and come right back. Okay, so I went ahead and installed the configured mod, and I also went ahead and installed the mechanism mod so that we can look at modded items here. Earlier you saw it was 1 out of 18 pages, now it's 1 out of 25. If we go through the last new pages, you can see all of the items from Mechanism that are added. So you'll see all of this. Every mod should work with JEI so that you can see all the items and blocks that a mod adds as well. Every item in the mods that you download should show up here. If they don't, then they might not add items or blocks, and they might just do other things. But everything that does add items or blocks should be shown here, so you should always be able to find it. And then, like I said earlier, if you do @ and then type in the name of the mod, it will only search for items that have the name of the mod that you're searching with the @ sign. So when you type in @mechanism, you get only mechanism mods, items, and blocks. Now that we installed the configured mod, we can click on the JEI config button here, and then you can see this, the client configuration and the server configuration. If we click on the server config, we can turn on and off cheat mode. And if we look at the client config, there's a lot of options here. You can reposition the search bar to the center. You can use this one to more easily use the cheat function to pull in items to your hotbar. Debug mode will give you more debug log information in case you're having issues with JEI. Give mode will select how you get items when you are cheating them in through the mod. This option will let you use a more memory efficient way of running JEI so that it doesn't use as much RAM. JEI also lets you bookmark items and blocks that you found from searching, and they will show up on the left side of your screen in your inventory. You can change the colors for the text and everything. You can edit the mod name format, which is basically just colors for the fonts. You can change how searching works, and you can change how the ingredients are sorted. There are several options here that you can see. And the next thing I want to show you is the cheat mode. So if you are in creative, or if you're set as an operator on the server and you turn on cheat mode, you can hold control and then click this wrench here. And then instead of showing you the recipe for any of these items, let's say I want something from mechanism, like a jetpack. Clicking on the item will automatically put it in your hand, and you can place it in your inventory or do whatever you like with it from there. So that's quite useful. Now, if we have a crafting table, and the materials we need to make something, let's put the crafting table down, open it. JEI's GUI will still be open. And let's say we want to craft stairs. Instead of having to look at the recipe and placing the blocks into the crafting table manually, if you click on the recipe right here, make sure cheat mode is off or else it will just grab the item. Then you can click this plus sign here that says move items, and it will automatically place the items into the crafting table. And if you hold shift when you click that, it'll make the maximum amount of that item that it can with whatever you have in your inventory. So it makes it way easier to find recipes and also create the items that you do find recipes for. Another couple of tricks here is that if you hit R while hovering over an item in your inventory, it will show how you can make that item. And if you hit U while hovering over the item, it'll show all the different things that it can be used to craft. So birch planks are used in a ton of recipes, and you can see them all here. It'll also show you any recipes that it's used for in the anvil and everything else. It'll show you that it can be used as fuel. It'll show you that you can use it in this precision sawmill and this pressurized reaction chamber. To clear this search bar, all you have to do is right click on it, and then it will empty it out. To cycle back through your searches, all you have to do is click the up arrow, and the down arrow should bring you back to a clear. Another thing that you can do is when you're here, if you find something like this precision sawmill and you just want to know every recipe that a precision sawmill can utilize, just click on the name of the precision sawmill and it will show you all 42 pages of what it can use and what it will make with what it can use. And then up at the top, you can scroll through all of these to find what every single machine and crafting device can create. So as you can see, the crafting table has 538 different recipes that it can make, and you can just cycle through it to see every recipe in the entire game for the crafting table, and so on and so on. So if you just want to know all the options that you have for brewing, just cycle through the brewing stand in JEI, and you'll see every single recipe. And then one more thing about cheat mode, if you are in cheat mode, and you don't just want a single item, like maybe I need more than one iron ore, you can click on it again and again to get more, or you can hold shift and click on it and it will give you a full stack. If you want to remove this interface entirely, hold control and then click O, and then that will disappear. And then if you want to add any recipe or any item or block into your favorites, let's say we have a Let's say we have an item that we want to store in our favorites so that we don't have to search for the robot every time we want to craft it or look at its recipe. Just hover over it and click A, and then it will always be here no matter where you are. So if we're opening the crafting table, it'll be right there even when nothing is over here. If you want to remove a bookmarked item, just click A again. And then this is just to remind you how to add a bookmark. And you can use this to hide all your bookmarks when you do have them. And that should just about cover everything you need to know about the mod, Just Enough Items. If I left anything out, be sure to let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.